All right, I am live. I am live. I am live. I'm here. More authors coming through. Dr.Elise Barnett is on now. You need to keep that copy. She is on now. She is on now, and I'm excited to have her. So let's go ahead and get her into this interview. Let's see what's going on with this book. How about that?
Yes.
Welcome to the Herpreneur Virtual Book Tour.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you on the show. So tell us who you are, where you're from, and also tell us about this book that I see, Love Lifted Me.
Yes. So I am Dr. Elise Barnett, and I call myself an AME, author, minister, entrepreneur. So I am in one of my ventures is I'm doing a tax class now. I do taxes. So for those that want to just learn how to do taxes, or you know how to taxes, you want to open up your own business. I got you set up so you can do that as well. Um, I wrote this book. I am from St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised, been here, stayed here a long time, ready to go. Um, the book, Love Lifted Me. So it actually is the last chapter of the book. So I was originally going to name the book, I Don't Look Like What I've Been Through. And so as I started writing the book, it turned into a conversation where I was asking God different things, and He started giving me the answers for a lot of things that I had been wanting to know the answers to. So, just as a backdrop for the book, within the span of about 7 to 8 months, and I thought this was really timely because the guest in front of me was just talking about divorce. But in the span of 7 to 8 months, I found out my husband was having an affair. He moved out. My mother was living in the house with us. She passed while she was in our house. We buried her, ended up becoming evicted, ended up living in her house. So I was in a place that I thought I would never find myself in, married at 20, divorced with 5 kids at 40. And I just went through a lot. And so obviously with grieving the marriage, grieving my mother, I found myself in a low place. And so the end of the book is that when everything was said and done, I found out love lifted me. And
Hmm.
so I kind of put the two together, love lifted me, and then the lessons that I learned after divorce.
Wow. So what gave you the confidence to write the book?
Actually, what really kind of gave me, I was always a good writer. I was always good with grammar. But what I found, my confidence actually came from God, and my confidence came from really feeling like giving other people the answers for some of life questions that maybe they've been wondering as well. So this book is really it's a good thing because it answers questions. What do I need to do before marriage? What are some things I need to do during while married? And then how to kind of navigate out of marriage. So it's kind of like a before, during, and after course on marriage.
Hmm. What do you tell your 13-year-old self today?
What I would tell my 13-year-old self today is failing does not make you a failure. I
Wow.
think a lot of times we put in ourselves, we take those things, and we think that just because we've had different failings in life that makes us a failure, and we don't need to internalize our experiences. Our experiences are not the culmination of who God made us to be. They only add and give shape and character to who He made us to be. They teach us lessons, but they definitely are not to be internalized. So I was very intrinsically motivated. So I was a goal setter. So whatever I put my mind to, I generally was going to accomplish that. And that's kind of a good and bad things because when you're so goal oriented, sometimes you miss things along the way. And a lot of times I found that you end up sacrificing too much of yourself in order to obtain the goal. So I would tell her that, you know what, life is full of challenges, life is full of ups and downs, but they are not who you are. You are who God made you to be.
Wow, wow, wow. What do you tell an inspired author who wants to learn how to write books?
I would say one, trust your own voice. And the other thing, don't compare yourself to others. I just read a quote that comparison is the thing that kills joy. So we have to realize that God made us to be individuals. He didn't make anybody else like us. We don't experience things the same, even though we may experience some of the same things. So
Mhm.
as you're writing, trust your voice. Trust, what God has put in you, and don't compare yourself to other people, because the way that you tell your story may not be the way that someone else tells their story. But if you understand that your value is in being an individual and not a copycat or a clone of someone else, you will find freedom and look at the beauty of your individuality.
Wow, wow, that's good. That is good. During the pandemic, is so much going on with the presidential race, with racism, with COVID, with
Yeah.
pandemic, with depression and rejection.
Yeah.
Can you speak a positive word over people today to encourage them at this moment?
Oh my gosh. I would literally say, during this time again, it's about, what, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain. I have found so much freedom during this time, because it really has enabled really all of us to slow down a little bit and be able to kind of focus on things that really matter. And yes, it's important, to go out and make income. But during this time, I think God has really awakened so much creativity, given us opportunities to get away from the things that we complain about, which is our jobs, and now we're able to really become entrepreneurs and pursue our passions. For me, I've always said that everybody should have a business. I don't care if it's even toenail clipping. And you have to understand that when you have your own, for one, it's something that no one else can take away from you. And
Mhm.
it's a way for you to be able to have an outlet for your creativity and for your prosperity. Because God says, beloved, I wish above all things that you would prosper and be in health. And some people were really stuck in maybe high paying jobs, but the stress was killing them. And now they can kind of step back for a little bit and really just reevaluate what God has really called them to. What is your passion calling you to? What is your purpose? And I think as we find those things, again, we find the beauty in individuality. We find the beauty in just being ourselves and being individuals.
Wow, wow, wow. So, where can we find this book? And do you have it with you?
I do have the book. So here is the book.
How many pages is it?
It is right at, it's a very quick read. It's right at about 130. And I left a lot of space for notes, because I hope that as you move from chapter to chapter, that you'll be able to reflect, take notes, and see what God is speaking to you during this time as well. So you can find it through our website, which is www.loveliftedme.com, with the hyphen in between each letter. That's www.loveliftedme with the hyphen in between each word.
Wow. Okay, got it. Well, I think this wrap up our interview. I'm so happy that you joined this tour. It has been an amazing ride.
It
Guys,
has.
to go get this book. Go get this book. Go get this book. Love Lifted Me. You said .com?
It's loveliftedme.com. Yes, with the hyphen in between each word.
Hyphen in between each. Love hyphen lifted
Lifted
hyphen
hyphen
dot
me.
com.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Barnett, and nice talking to you, beautiful woman of God. Stay
Thank you for
encouraged,
having me.
and we will talk to you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.